So guys, what
Miss,
you're doing?
I'm
Take it
mostly trying
light.
to look over the paper. Miss, you say we're mostly supposed to look over the paper and memorize the questions that keep repeating, Miss.
Yeah, but remember to that there are topics that are not on those papers because it's a new syllabus for you guys. So there are topics that would not have been on those past papers. So you still have to study. Please don't take it for granted that it's multiple choice. All right. So let's go then. Oh, I noticed some persons fall off. I hope it's nothing. Because there were 7 of us and now I'm seeing or 8 and now I'm seeing just 5. All right, I hope they join back soon. All right. So, first question. Which one of the following statements best describes the term information?
It is meaningful.
It is meaningful. Very good. So that's B. All right. Question. As we go along, I'm just going to ask questions and stuff pertaining to the topic. So this comes under information processing. The first thing that we would have learned when we were doing information processing is the difference between information and data and what information processing is all about. So can anybody tell me what is data?
Miss, it is raw fact.
All right, very good. So data is raw facts and figures, right? It's unprocessed. While information is processed, it's meaningful, it makes sense. What is information processing all about though?
Miss, it processes the information or gathers things.
Well, yes, basically, but it would process the information, it would process the data, right? So it's basically gathering of data and interpreting that data to make it into information. Good?
Yes, Miss.
Everybody get that? All right, so when we gather data and process it into information, it makes things a little bit easier for us. It makes things faster. Because normally information processing would be using a computerized system, all right? It would mean that we would have been using a computerized system. So it would make gathering data easier and processing and storing of the data and so on would be easy, and it would be easier to also share this data. So a lot of things that take place in the world takes place through information being or data being processed. All right, so let's see. We also looked at types of information processes. Let me find that note. All right, so the different types, anybody remember them? Or the forms of information processing? Guys, we don't need to study. One is automation. That's when the use of computers and machines instead of human labor to complete tasks. You have commercial. What do you think commercial is? Anybody guess based on the word commercial? Anybody do business? Well, no, I don't teach
Miss, things
business.
that have to be advertised.
All right. So it's like business, has to do with business, right? Keeping track of transactions that takes place on a commercial basis, like say at a supermarket, at a business place. So a commercial information system would be one that, say for example, in the supermarket, the POS system, point of sale system, when the person scans, the cashier scans the barcode on the item, it's a commercial information system that now says, all right, let us scan the tin mackerel. 10 tin mackerels are left in stock, etc. and so on. So it gives that basically tracks and keeps records of the stocks that are there. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, miss.
Also, like for commercial too, payroll could come under that as well. So a commercial information system, another example could be payroll, a payroll system where, persons get their pay at work, so it calculates their salary and print their pay slip. Stuff like that. The banks would use it where they, like the ATM machine reads a person's card and the card is activated by a pin and it prevents other people from using the card. So little things like that. You also have scientific information processing. What do you think that one has to do with?
Miss Science.
Huh?
Miss like science.
Obviously, like science. So like these kind of systems have to do with any kind of system that the weather forecasting, just like how now they said that the Saharan desert having the dust is being blown all the way here and stuff like that. They would have to use scientific information processing to gather all of that data. So anything that has to do with weather, climate, anything that has to do with medicine like health care, to keep track of patients' records. So, like when you go to the doctor and they have you on file on their system, and they have on it every time you come to the doctor and what you came there for, that would have been a scientific information system as well that's keeping track of the patient. Also, any form of system that keep track of the machines, say like a blood lab or something like that, keeping track of the samples of blood or whatever that comes there. Following, the next
Yes,
one
miss.
is, oh, no need to read though. The next one is, because tell me two that we just spoke about. Let me see if we know I remember anything. Two forms of information processes.
Miss the scientific one.
Because that's
And Miss the A one. Miss, me don't remember how to pronounce it.
automation,
Yes.
and I did one other one that has to do with businesses like in supermarkets, payroll, ATM,
Commercial.
commercial. And the next one is industrial. From here, industrial, what do you think about? Industry.
Like manufacturers or
Very good. So any form of information, industrial information processing would be those kind of systems that has to do with manufacturing of products. So the industries would use computers and not humans to manufacture certain things like, say for example, Grace would have their machines, and we call them robots, right? Any machine that is programmed to do anything is called a robot. So Grace would have their robots that package the sardine. Grace sells sardine? I don't even know. That package the sardine or whatever it is and put on the labels. Likewise, places that manufacture cars, they would have their robots that put the cars together. They have one robot that put on the wheels, another that puts in the rim, another robot that put on the door, another robot that sprays the car, and so on. So that is industrial. All right. All right, let's go back to the questions. Are you still seeing my screen?
no, Miss.
No, miss.
Seeing it now?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I guess because I went to double check with the notes. All right, number two, data that has been processed and has meaning is termed easy, easy, quick, quick.
Information.
Information. Good. Which of the following are considered to be computer hardware? This question has been on so many papers.
Miss output devices.
Output devices. So what's the difference between hardware and software?
Miss hardware is the physical things that you can touch, Miss, while software can be found on the computer itself.
Yeah, but well, you're not getting a paper too, but you can't say software is found on the computer itself. Software are programs. You have to use up the technological terms. So software are basically programs, which are instructions that tells the computer how to operate. All right. Number 4. Which of the following types of computers would process information at the fastest rate?
Miss
Supercomputer.
supercomputer.
Very good. All right, so when we were doing types of computer systems, let me just pause here for a minute. Types of computer systems. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Which one is missing? So we have embedded, super, mainframe, mobile. One is missing from what we learned.
Mm,
It starts with M. It has multiple names. One of its names start with M. One of its other names starts with P. One of its other names starts with D.
Miss desktop.
Okay. All right, so those are the 5 types that you would have learned in grade 10. So of those 5, so you have super, mainframe, desktop, which is also called micro or personal computer, PCs, and we also have embedded and mobile. So let's quickly go through each of them. So already we know that the supercomputer is the fastest. What else do we know about the supercomputers?
it is very carry large storage capacity.
It carries large storage capacity. Also, it itself is very big, can cover an entire floor, just one supercomputer, because it's very big. It stores a lot of data, as Kira said. It can process millions of data per minute. That has to do with how fast it is. And of all of them, it would have been the most expensive. So let's look at the largest coming down to the smallest. So after supercomputer, which one would be the next?
Miss Mainframe.
Mainframe. And the mainframes, they are big as well, but they're not as big as the supercomputers. And the mainframes also have a large storage capacity, and not just a large storage capacity, but they also process a lot of data per minute, just like the supercomputer. They're fast. They're not as fast as the mainframe, but they are also fast. So they are fast, they are large as well, and they are very powerful. And but their main purpose of mainframe, you see, the main purpose of mainframe is to is to support organizations information. So the main purpose of mainframe is to store data basically for organizations. We didn't look at the main purpose for super. What's the main purpose for super? Super is used in like climate prediction, weather forecasting, pharmaceuticals, chemistry, stuff like that. Predicting weather. All right. So which one would come third? Remember, we're doing from the largest to the smallest. So after super mainframe, what's the third one?
Miss, is it desktop?
Desktop. And remember, desktop is also called microcomputer and personal computers. All right, so desktop is third in place based on size. What do we use? Everybody, all of you are familiar with desktop computers because those are the ones we use in the lab. So what can you tell me about them? What are their purpose? What is their purpose?
Miss, you can find them in business places, miss,
Mm-hmm.
or offices.
Mm-hmm. And
And miss, repeat?
what are they used for?
It's to store like documents or files.
All right. What else you do on them? You use them at school. What else you do on the desktop computers?
Miss,
Or if you have
create
one at
things
home.
like PowerPoints or
All right,
stuff.
Samantha is the only one speaking. Somebody else, please. And it doesn't have to be something school-based. What do you use? What are some things we use desktop computers to do? I mean, you see them every day when you're at school, you use them. What are they used for? What are some capabilities of desktop computers? Only Samantha trying. All right, so don't you use them to play games? Can't you use them to surf the internet? Don't you use them to type documents? All of those things. You can use it to send emails, whatever you use it to do, that's what I'm asking. The desktop computers are very popular. In fact, they might be, well, with mobile devices being added, they're not anymore the most popular. But before we had mobile, then they would have been the most popular. But they are very popular in terms of businesses. As it relates to businesses, in organizations and so on, desktop computers are the most common types because they're used for business purposes. All right, so after desktop, what would come next?
Mobile
Mobile
devices.
devices.
Mobile. And please don't tell me, so you can't go tell me what mobile device do. Talk to me.
It's not like phone and them, some smartphone.
Yes, you can
But
make
most, they
or
use it to make calls,
text message.
send text, watch video, play a game, etc. Right? All the time I run so fast. 9 minutes leave already. We started late. Like we start very late. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, that's basically all mobile devices are used for. We know that because we use it every day. What about embedded?
These are sound like small
Mm-hmm.
small chips that is used to operate in big like washing machine and something.
Very good, Kira. So the embedded type of computer system is like a small device or a small chip that is placed inside larger devices for some form of control. So it controls some part of the device. So like the washing machine would have an embedded computer in it that, which is a chip that tells the machine or controls the machine cycle. So like when you press 20 minutes, for example, on the machine, the embedded device is what is going to know that it's supposed to go for 20 minutes. You find these also in cars, like the GPS system. The embedded chip in cars in the GPS system is what would be responsible for getting the routes and telling you where to turn, stuff like that. You'd find them in smart TVs, just any kind of device. A microwave, you'll find it in a microwave that tells the microwave how long to spin for when you press popcorn, stuff like that. All right. All right. Next question. Number 5. Which of the following is an example of an embedded computer system? I'm just going to answer for this.
Miss Smart
Miss
television.
Smart Television.
Yeah. All right. Number 6. Which of the following is cloud platform by Amazon? Anybody remember the difference? What's the difference between cloud and local storage? So this is storage. What's the difference between cloud and local storage?
Miss the local storage, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like the physical storage device, miss.
Mm-hmm.
The miss the cloud storage is like what I use on a phone to store pictures, etc. Miss.
All right. Local is physical, right? So you can't now say that the cloud is what you store on your like on your phone. If local is physical, then what is cloud? So local physical means those storage devices that you can touch, like a CD, a DVD, a thumb drive, a hard drive, a
This would
memory
cloud be
card.
online?
So you can touch them, right? What did you say, Samantha?
Would cloud be like online?
Very good. So cloud now is online storage. There's not a physical device. You store it online, you remember your password, and that's it. Good to go. You log in, you store your pictures on a cloud platform. You log in and you have your pictures there for a lifetime. All right. So what this question is asking, so all of these, based on the question, then all of these would be different cloud storage platforms that people can use. You have Azure, AWS, Cloudera. Do you know any other cloud storage? We did a lot when we were going through this topic.
Google Drive,
Google Drive, Dropbox, Google Pics, iCloud, SoundCloud. So all of those, right? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this question is now asking which one of these is made by Amazon. Anybody know?
so
All right. The one by Amazon is AWS, which stands for Amazon Web Services. All right. So it's AWS. Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Number 7. Oh, before we go, let's spend some more time on cloud storage. All right, what would be, so I made you give me some examples of cloud already and some examples of local, all right, thumb drive and so on, the physical one. All right, what would be an advantage of using cloud storage instead of using local storage?
Mm,
miss when using the local storage miss, the data can be lost or it can be damaged miss. While when you're using the iCloud miss,
Mm-hmm.
it can be.
only thing you have to just make sure you have internet connection
All
to
right.
log in and so on.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you
it
must
can be
remember your
backed up, miss.
password. Good. And you need to remember your password. It can be backed up. So out of and by the way, and cloud storage is like almost unlimited storage, right? While with the local storage, you have limited, because if you buy a thumb drive, it's a certain gigabytes. You buy a thumb drive, it's 16 gig or 32 gig or whatever it is, or 1 terabyte. But with the cloud storage, it's mostly unlimited. Even though you have organizations which have all of this cloud storage and then they sell it back to consumers, but it is still a lot cheap. It is, well, it's cheap, very cheap if you buy cloud storage. And you normally get a lot, so you don't need to even buy any. Because when you get the iCloud on your phone, they give you a certain amount, and basically it's almost unlimited. If you exhaust it now, then you'd have to buy more. But it's so much that I don't think you'd be able to exhaust it. All right, so we have 3 minutes. Let's do number 7. Which of the following is a disadvantage of cloud storage? So these are the responses. Disadvantage of cloud storage. We have A,
Miss
B,
A,
C,
miss
D. Hmm?
A, miss.
A, very good, because accessibility is a problem with cloud storage because you cannot access it if you do not have internet. So you can imagine you store something online to go and do a presentation in Westmoreland. Use your iCloud account. When you get to Westmoreland to present, them not have any internet in Westmoreland. So you're done for. So you have to use, it's best like you use both, so you know you have backup, one backup the other, because anything can happen, right? Just like with the SBA, we said store, send to your email, save it on a thumb drive and so on. All right, 2 minutes, we can go to the next question. Which of the following is not a function of an operating system?
Miss, is it either D or
This should be easy.
Miss? If it's not D, it's either B.
None of those are correct. The answer is actually C, perform calculations. No, even if you don't remember anything about operating system, you know why you should know this? Because you should know that the arithmetic logic unit is what is responsible for calculations. So it couldn't be the operating system. So that is the odd one out. All right, so the time is going to shut off. So I'm going to send the next link and we continue. We speak a little bit more about operating system when we get back.
Okay.
Please to click the link quickly as soon as I send it, because this time seems to be running very fast.